The river flowing beside the cremation ground was unusually silent that night. Neither the sound of water, waves could be heard, nor was there any movement in the air. Ash rising from the funeral pyres was slowly floating in the atmosphere, and the smell of burning wood was sinking in with every breath. The darkness was so deep that it felt as if it itself was staring at that place. A clay pot was slowly drifting on the surface of the river, sometimes moving with the waves, sometimes seeming to stop, as if someone had deliberately sent it in that direction. Standing on the ghat, Nilesh laughed on seeing it and told Aman that he would bring the pot out of the river.
A strange fear arose in Aman's heart. Stopping Nilesh, he said that things flowing near a cremation ground
Are not ordinary. They are often connected to rituals or evil spirits. But Nilesh dismissed his words
as superstition and laughed it off. He took off his clothes and jumped into the river.
The cold water gripped his body, but he kept swimming toward the pot. After a few moments,
he came out of the water, holding the same pot with a red cloth tied around it.
Throw it back!
Aman shouted for him to throw it away right there. But there was a strange smile on Nilesh's face. He untied the red cloth wrapped around the pot. Inside the pot, gold ornaments were gleaming, and sweets were placed along with them. Even in the darkness, the shine of the gold pierced the eyes.
Greed took over Nilesh's senses. With trembling hands, he tried to touch the ornaments.
At that very moment, a rotten, ice-cold claw fell upon the pot. The touch felt as if ice had gripped the body. Both of them froze in the same instant. A woman was standing in front of them. Her face was burnt, her skin peeled off in places. Her eyes looked like empty hollows, and a strong stench of decay was coming from her body. In a broken, weak yet terrifying voice,
she kept muttering that the gold belonged to her, to the Swarna Pishachni, and that she had to hurry very quickly.
She began gathering the gold from the pot and tried to run away. In panic, Nilesh tried to stop her. A struggle began between the two. In the darkness, only the sounds of heavy breathing and bones colliding could be heard. Suddenly, Nilesh's eyes fell upon a burnt piece of wood. In fear and panic, he lifted the wood and struck the woman forcefully on the head. A horrifying scream echoed through the air. The woman fell to the ground. The pot slipped from her hand, and the gold scattered into the ashes.
At that moment, it was as if the air stopped. The fire of the pyres seemed to die down.
The river water became still. A heavy, echoing voice rose in the air. That voice said that if anyone wished to take that gold, they would have to repay its debt for their entire life. From within the darkness, an Aghori slowly walked forward. His body was covered in ash. His eyes were red.
and there was a strange calm on his face. His voice carried both fear and steadiness.
He said that this gold was cursed gold. The same gold had been the cause of a couple's destruction years ago. That couple had been broken by poverty and failure. Their dreams had shattered. People had turned their backs on them. Despair pushed them to such an extent that they came to the same cremation ground to end their lives. That very night, an Aghori had emerged from the river water. He gave them hope, promised to change their fate,
And handed them a pot. But along with it, a strict condition was placed that the pot must not be opened.
and they must not look upward under any circumstances. On the way, curiosity arose in the woman's heart. She opened the pot. Inside was gold and the ashes of the dead.
When they were chanting mantra,
Beneath a dry babul tree, the woman began hearing whispers from above. The voice kept urging her again and again. Finally, the woman looked up. At that very moment, the Swarna Pishachni residing in the tree claimed her.
to look up, it said that her destiny was right there. A battle between fear and greed continued within her heart.
Greed swallowed her soul. The Aghori said that greed had turned her from a human into a Pishachni. Now she searches for every person who touches her gold. As soon as the Aghori finished speaking, violent turmoil arose in the river water. The waves grew fierce. The same terrifying laughter echoed in the air. From within the darkness, a shadow slowly began to move forward. Nilesh's hands began to tremble. The gold slipped from his hand and fell to the ground. But it was already too late. A heart-piercing scream echoed across the cremation ground, and after that, the river became silent once again. It is said that even today, whoever goes to that cremation ground with greed does not return empty-handed, but does not remain alive either. They have to face Swarna Nash. If you liked this horror story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay connected with us for more scary stories. See you in the next story. Until then, beware of the darkness.